in case you're not familiar with this story, Matthew Dowd was an MSNBC reporter who got fired after he basically justified the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
But following up what was just said, he's been one of the most divisive, especially divisive younger figures in this, who is constantly sort of pushing this sort of hate speech or sort of aimed at certain groups. And I always go back to hateful thoughts lead to hateful words, which then lead to hateful action.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Then yesterday he was on a podcast complaining that nobody in the media cared about him like they cared about Jimmy Kimmel.
All the shows are talking about how, like, this is awful for America that Jimmy Kimmel was, you know, indefinitely suspended, and isn't this awful for America, and it's a chilling thing for the First Amendment. Not one person has said anything about me.
What, are you gonna cry now?
Not one person on that network has said, they've all gone out of their way to say, isn't this horrible what happened to Jimmy Kimmel? Isn't even including Morning Joe and Mika, who went after me after the show, basically saying they were glad I was terminated.
A human.
Somebody on your network got shit canned. Matthew.
I think the official term was let go.
Okay, this is... Matthew Dowd said you can't be saying these awful words and then not expect awful actions to take place. Yes, you can. I do expect that. I do not expect awful actions to take place. I think this is awful when you open this window. Like, I didn't like what he said, and what he said was vile and this and that. Irrelevant. Irrelevant. We don't shoot people in this country, and we don't defend it, and we don't mock their death.
Common sense, common sense.